Alison Ross with us here in the John Mendola Show. You got to see your sister do some things with softball. Now you're doing some stuff. Talk a little bit about, being a softball player and what it's like to play for Joe Ross.
It's great. For my whole life, basically, he's been a coach, whether it was head coach, assistant coach. It's been great, and coming to Holy Cross and being able to play for him still has been great. My sister grew up playing, my whole family, my uncles, my cousins, everyone. Softball has always been there. So it's good to just be able to take over and still be able to do it.
He's been an official, he's been a coach, he's always involved in athletics. So talk about just kind of growing up with that, and you wouldn't know any different, right? It's like athletics has always been a big part of your life.
Yeah, everything. Me and my dad always would go to basketball games, softball games, honestly, any type of game. It's been great. I love sports, so being able to do it with him, it's always been fun.
It's always nice when you see a daughter-father relationship that's pretty strong because of sports. It could be because of whatever, but when you think about like the life lessons that you take out of sports, is there anything that comes to mind that, hey, hard work pays off, or something that he preaches?
He always preaches about the team. That's like the main thing. So being able to take that outside of softball and incorporate it into everyday life, just knowing that it's not just about me, it's about other people. Probably the main thing, and just always working hard, it pays off in the end.
At some point, people are like, oh, there's the coach's kid, but you buy in, hey, I gotta work hard at this. I don't just want to be known as the coach's kid. I want to be somebody who makes, a name for myself. Talk about that part of, buying in and working hard.
At one point, I was worried that, I didn't want to get that impression as the coach's kid. I just got everything handed to me. So, I think especially since last year, it was my first year starting varsity. So I think being able in the end to be all state and have a good season, I think it's just really, it was a good boost for me to go into this year.
Are you kind of fixed on one position? Do you have some versatility to you? Tell us a little bit about, what you can do out there.
Usually I just play second base. I could play anywhere, but I'm typically just second base. And then when I hit, I usually slap, so yeah.
Talk about learning that, being a slap hitter, it's not something that everybody does.
Right, yeah. I never did it up until high school, and then once I got to high school, my dad was we were hitting one day, and he was let's just try it. So started to do it, and I loved it. So over the past 4 years, I just kept working on it and worked off.
Let's talk about the next step for you. You're kind of, hey, this is what I'm going to do. You're ready to go, right?
Yeah. So next year I'm going to go to Wilkes, and I'm going to major in pharmacy. I'm not sure. I might play softball. It's still up in the air, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
As far as this year's squad, you feel pretty confident that, hey, we can compete with most teams?
Yeah, I think we have a really good team. We have a lot of people coming back. We only lost one starter last year. We have a lot of freshmen coming in who will definitely contribute to this team this year. Hopefully can make it far this year.
As far as what are you trying to do as a leader? You have 23 girls on the squad, so there's some young players that you're going to have to make an impression on. What are you trying to do?
Right, I just want to pick up everyone no matter what happens. Mistakes happen. A lot of people get down on themselves. I think as a captain, it's important to be able to pick everyone up no matter what mistakes happen, and just try to get the team to grow closer.
Knowing your dad, he's the kind of guy, he doesn't look for a lot of attention himself. It's kind of, he'll give the credit to the team, but there's probably somebody in the family who doesn't get a whole lot of credit either. It's mom. Talk a little bit about that relationship, right, and, how she does stuff for you that nobody would ever know.
Yeah, my mom comes to all of the games. She's always there no matter what sport it is. She's a big supporter, and honestly, she loves going to the games, even though she's not really involved like my dad and my sister are in the game. She always knows what to say. She always helps out, and it's just good to have her support too.
All right, we'll have a rockin' 2024 season. All right.
Thank you.